Good afternoon, traders. This is Tony D from the Easymarkets dealing room in Sydney. We have an interesting development here in the Asian session. Went from being very no volatility at all into some pretty sharp selling, coming on the back of a new announcement by Trump that he's ordered representatives to look in at 200 billion worth of imports from China for a 10% tariff, escalating this trade war that is starting with China. Now, China's hit back with comments saying that all these commentary is unhelpful, and that that they will take measures to protect their citizens, and that all the negotiations now mean nothing as China, as these recent new initiatives have pushed the ball further more aggressively towards full-on trade war, and that's really dangerous for this situation now that it can begin to get a tit for tat. And it looks like Trump has no fear in raising the stakes when China retaliates. All right, so this is an interesting negotiation tactic, if it is a negotiation tactic, or if they're just not afraid of a trade war, and how it spirals out of control, or how the market reacts to it. The market was ignoring it yesterday, but it seems to get a bit more serious now. The US futures are definitely looking a little bit more reactive to these headlines as well, down a good 200 pips already. And so we are looking for risk off. Now, what's the cleanest way of playing risk off? Generally, dollar yen down. You can see that the euro is getting a little bit of a bid from the dollar selling on the dollar yen. But the other pair that's in play because of this news is the Aussie dollar. So Aussie dollar is getting sold on the back of this risk off and China proxy potential that it has. And while it's not as clean as say Aussie yen, Aussie against the US does make a lot of sense as well. And we have broken below that 74.10, the previous low. So there is a bit more room now to the downside, and that's potentially what we're looking for in the European session. Those of you who look at the bigger picture can see that the 71.50, 71.80 level is the next big support. There's a little bit of support at 73.50 though if you're looking at the short term. Alright, so data-wise isn't much. Everything's really attention now on the developing trade wars, and that is what you probably want to be looking for headlines from. See if China comes out and labels any particular fight back there. This is how the euro now sneaky rally, which was just a bit of a short squeeze and a little bit of profit taking from selling from ECB last Thursday, is now turning a little bit more serious here on the back of the US dollar weakness. So it does have the ability to disrupt the trends that were forming, and now we're starting to look a little bit more like we are in a range-bound, bigger range-bound market now. If we can start to eke out that new range between 115 and 118. But yeah, keep an eye on the DAX and keep an eye on the US futures and the dollar yen. Whilst we're below 110, you can imagine that there isn't any positive news coming out in terms of easing. There's been no conciliatory words from any of the other members yet. Most of Trump's cabinet have also been very aggressive in dealing with this issue. Alright guys, interesting days in the market. If you have any questions about the crosses or how to play this, if you're not just looking for straight euro, if you're looking for a way to buy euro or buy pound, the pound Aussie and the euro Aussie are looking very healthy. That's the secondary cross that is in play, and that's a little bit against the trend as well. So you're getting that squeeze. Pound Aussie in particular is a lot in focus just because of the Bank of England coming up this week as well. Alright guys, best of luck today. If you have any questions, call the numbers below. If you need a dealer to assist you with your trading, help you with your levels and what to be looking for in the market, sign up on the link below as well and get a dealer like myself assigned to you.